Canada used to have a simple social contract. You work hard, you save, you buy a house, you retire well. That contract has been torn up, burned, and thrown in the trash. Welcome to the new feudalism. From the cradle, you were programmed to believe 3 sacred lies. Renting is throwing money away. Your home is your biggest asset. If you don't buy now, you never will. They use fear to push you into a 30-year debt. They want you to become a serf to the bank. But in 2026, the math has changed. The tables have turned. Today, in cities like Toronto and Vancouver, buying a home isn't an investment. It is an act of financial suicide. In this documentary, I am going to open the black box of the real estate market. I will show you the hidden costs your realtor ignores. I will prove to you that the property ladder is broken. And I will demonstrate, penny by penny, how a strategic renter can accumulate $2 million more than a homeowner over a lifetime. Does it sound crazy? Impossible? Stay until the end. I am going to free you from the real estate matrix. Welcome to the Housing Crisis Playlist, Episode 10, The Generational Abyss, the Math of the Past. The first thing you need to do is forgive your parents. When they tell you buy a house, son, they aren't lying. They are just repeating a truth that expired in 1999. Let's look at historical data. In the 80s and 90s in Canada, the average house price was about 3 to 4 times a family's annual gross income. This meant that with discipline, you paid off the house in 10 or 15 years. In 2026, the average house price in major hubs is 12 to 15 times the annual income. To buy the same house your father bought, keeping the same financial ratio, you would need to earn $350,000 a year in your first job. Do you earn that? No. Then stop listening to financial advice from people who bought real estate when it cost 2 years of salary. They won the historical lottery. They confused luck with intelligence. Trying to copy their strategy today is walking straight off a cliff. The rent is throwing money away fallacy. Let's destroy the most annoying phrase in the world. Paying rent is throwing money away. Think with me. You pay for the food you eat and it disappears. Did you throw money away? No, you nourished your body. Rent is payment for an essential service, shelter. Now, let's look at the mortgage. Do you think you are paying yourself? Wrong. In the first 5 years of a Canadian mortgage with current rates, look at your statement. Out of every $4,000 you pay, about $2,800 to $3,000 goes purely to interest. Interest doesn't buy bricks. Interest doesn't lower your debt. Interest is the rent you pay on the bank's money. You didn't get rid of rent. You just swapped a human landlord for a corporate landlord, the bank. And guess what? The bank is merciless. If you lose your job, the bank takes your house. The rent on money is the highest cost of your life, and no one tells you that. The invisible costs, the 5% rule. The amateur compares mortgage payment, $5,000, versus rent price, $3,500. He thinks, the difference is small, I'll buy. He forgot about the unrecoverable costs. Money that leaves the account and dies. Property tax, you never own the land. The government does. It costs 0.5% to 1% a year. On a $1 million home, that's $800 a month thrown in the trash. Maintenance, houses rot, roofs leak, furnaces break. The golden rule is to budget 1% of the property value per year. Another $800 a month. Insurance and utilities. The owner pays everything. The renter pays almost nothing. When you add interest plus tax plus maintenance, the monthly cost to keep the property is often double the cost of renting the same unit. The renter takes this difference and invests. The homeowner takes this difference and hands it to the city and the hardware store. The condo trap, the forever debt. Oh, so I won't buy a house, I'll buy a condo. Careful. Welcome to the condo fee trap. In Toronto and Vancouver, maintenance fees are exploding. You pay $600, $800, sometimes $1,200 a month in fees. This fee never ends. Even after 30 years, when you pay off the mortgage, you will still have to pay $1,500 a month, inflation adjusted, to the condo board. You never stop being a tenant. You are a tenant of the building. And worse, you don't control this fee. If the building needs to replace windows, they issue a special assessment and you have to pay $20,000 upfront or lose the property. Buying an old condo is buying an ever-growing eternal debt. The death of take property ladder, transaction costs. Everyone tells you, buy a small studio, wait for it to appreciate, sell, and buy a bigger house. Climb the ladder. That ladder is broken because of transaction friction. Every time you sell a property in Canada, you lose money violently. 5% commission for realtors. Land transfer tax on the new purchase. Lawyers, moving costs, mortgage breaking penalties. If you have a $1 million home and decide to move, you burn about $70,000 to $80,000 just in fees. If you move every 5 or 7 years, all the profit from the property appreciation was eaten by fees. The only person getting rich from the property ladder is your realtor. You are just spinning wheels and paying fees. The renter moves for free. Zero cost. The opportunity cost, the millionaire factory. Here is the mathematical heart of this documentary. Let's go to the real 2026 scenario. Scenario A. The buyer $150,000 down payment. Total monthly cost of $5,500. He is house poor. All money goes to pay for the walls. He invests nothing. Scenario B. The renter rent of $3,000. Monthly difference of $2,500. The renter takes this $2,500 and invests in a global fund, S&P 500, that historically returns 10% a year. He also invested the $150,000 down payment in the market. In 30 years, the buyer has an old house. Let's say it tripled in value, which is optimistic. He has $3 million in bricks. The renter, thanks to compound interest in the stock market, which historically outperforms real estate, he has a liquid portfolio of $5 to $6 million. But the difference isn't just the final number. It is the life during those 30 years. The buyer lived stressed, no money to travel, afraid of losing his job and losing the house. The renter lived with liquidity, traveled, had money in the bank for emergencies. Who was richer? Who had more peace? House rich, cash poor. There is a brutal difference between net worth and cash flow. Many elderly Canadians today are multimillionaires on paper. They have a fully paid off $2 million house. But they live eating canned food and can't turn the heating to max because they have no money in their account. They are house rich, cash poor. The house is a locked safe. You can't sell the bathroom to go to the grocery store. To access the money, they need to sell the house and lose their home, or do a reverse mortgage and pay interest. The renter has liquidity. Money in the bank and stocks is instant freedom. If you want to buy a car, you sell stocks. If you want to travel, you sell stocks. Don't fall into the trap of having millions in bricks and zero in your wallet. That isn't wealth, it's a prison. The key to the sell. I am not saying buying is forbidden. If you have extra money, if you are staying 20 years in the same place, and if the emotional value of painting the wall is higher than the financial value, buy. But call it what it is, luxury consumption. Do not call it an investment. For the new generation, renting is not failure. Renting is flexibility. It is mobility. It is liquidity. It is the ability to say no to a toxic boss because you have invested money. It is the ability to move to another city for a better opportunity without paying $80,000 in fees. The real white picket fence of the 21st century isn't a house. It is an investment portfolio that pays your bills while you sleep. Don't let social pressure decide your life. If you choose freedom over debt, you have already won. Write in the comments, liquidity is king. Subscribe to the channel. In the next video, we will teach you where to invest the money you saved by not buying the house. Stay liquid. Stay free.